Good morning, students. Hope you all are good. So, today we are going to start a new chapter, Climate, from your geography book. So, let's begin. Is climate. The term climate is the sum total of the weather conditions, including variations, over a large area for a long period of time. It may be more than 30 years. Whereas weather refers to the state of the atmosphere over an area at any point of time. Based on the generalized monthly atmospheric conditions, the year is divided into seasons such as winter, summer, and rainy seasons. The world is divided into number of climatic regions. The climate of India is described as monsoon type. This type of climate is also found in South Asia and southeastern countries. So now we'll study regional climatic variations in India. Although there is an overall unity in the general climatic pattern in India, there are some noticeable regional variations. So we will see it one by one. First one is our temperature. So what is temperature? In India, there is much variation in the temperature of different parts of the country even in the same season. For example, on a summer day, the temperature in Rajasthan desert may be 50 degrees C, but on the same day it will be around 20 degree Celsius. In some part of Jammu and Kashmir, there is also variation in the day or night temperature in some parts. For example, in Thar desert, the day temperature may rise up to 50 degrees C and drop down to 15 degree C on the same night. Also, there are the regions such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands or Kerala where there is no much variation in day and night temperature. So next one is our precipitation. Water that falls to earth in any form. It may be rain, snow, sleet or hail. It is known as precipitation. So there is a wide variation observed in amount and seasonal distribution of precipitation. For example, the annual precipitations varies from over 400 centimeter in Meghalaya to less than 10 centimeter in Ladakh and western Rajasthan also. So similarly, most part of the country receive rainfall from June to September, but the Tamil Nadu coast gets most of its rain during October and November. Upper parts of Himalayas receive precipitations in the form of snow while it rains over the rest of the country. So next we will see our climatic controls. Permanent factors which govern the general nature of the climate of any location on the earth are called factors of climatic controls. So the factor of climatic controls are, we will see it one by one. These are latitude, altitude, relief features, distance from sea, the Himalayan mountain, distribution of land and water, surface pressure and wind, upper air circulation, western cyclones. So first we will see what is latitude. The angular distance of a location from the equator in north side south direction is called latitude. Due to curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy received varies with latitude. As a result, air temperature decreases from the equator toward the poles. Next is our altitude. It refers to the height above mean sea level. With increase of height from the earth's surface, the temperature decreases and air becomes less dense. Therefore, hilly regions are cooler in summer. You can see it in a picture. Height of a place in relation to sea level. Next is our pressure and wind system. It depends on the latitude and altitude of a place. It influences the temperature and rainfall patterns of the sea. Next is our continentality or distance from the sea. The sea exerts a moderating influence on the climate. As the distance from the sea increases, the weather conditions become more extreme. This condition is known as continentality. For example, we can say high temperature and rainfall variation between seasons. You can see the picture, upper wind circulation is shown here. Next is our ocean currents. Along with onshore winds, the ocean currents, warm or cold, affect the climate of coastal areas. For example, cold onshore currents bring coolness in coastal areas. Next is our relief features. High mountains stop cold or hot winds from reaching a location. It can also cause rain or snow if the plane is on the windward side of the mountains. The leeward side of mountains is relatively dry. So we have studied about climatic control, and the factors are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, continentality or distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief features. So now we'll study about western disturbances and tropical cyclones. So the western cyclonic disturbances are weather phenomena of the winter months brought in by the westerly flow from the Mediterranean region. They usually influence the weather of the north and northwestern regions of India. Tropical cyclones occur during the monsoon as well as in October to November and are part of the easterly flow. These disturbances affects the coastal regions of the country. In summer, the subtropical westerly jet stream moves north of the Himalayas due to apparent shifting of the sun. An easterly jet stream called subtropical easterly jet streams blows over peninsular India approximately over 14 degree north during the summer months. Now we'll study about the Indian monsoon. So, what are monsoon? Monsoon winds strongly influence the climate of India. The monsoons are experienced in the tropical area roughly between 20 degree north and 20 degree south. The word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mausim, which literally means seasons. Monsoon refers to the seasonal reversal in the wind direction during a year. Now we'll see mechanism of monsoon or a system of monsoon. The following facts are important to understand the mechanism of the monsoon. The differential heating and cooling of land and water creates low pressure on the landmass of India, while the seas around it experience comparatively high pressure. The intertropical convergence zone, it is ITCZ, in summer season shifts its position over the Ganga plain. This is the equatorial True, normally positioned about 5 degree north of the equator. It is also known as the monsoon trough during the monsoon season. The presence of the high pressure area east of Madagaskar, approximately at 20 degrees south over the Indian Ocean. The intensity and position of this high pressure area affects the Indian monsoon. The Tibetan Plateau get intensely heated during summers. This results in strong vertical air currents and the formation of low pressure over the plateau at about 9 km above sea level. The difference in pressure over Tahiti, Pacific Ocean, and Darwin in Northern Australian Indian Ocean is computed to predict the intensity of the monsoons. If the pressure difference were negative, it would mean below average and late monsoon. Monsoon and the southern oscillation. So, changes in the pressure condition over the southern oceans also affect the monsoons. The tropical eastern South Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure. The tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure. But in past a few years, there is a reversal in the pressure conditions and the northern Pacific has lower pressure. In comparison to the eastern Indian Ocean, this periodic change in pressure conditions is known as the southern oscillation. Now we will see ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillations. The El Nino phenomenon is a feature connected with the southern oscillation. In this, a warm ocean current flows past the Peruvian coast in place of the cold Peruvian current. It occurs at the interval of 2 to 5 years. The changes in pressure conditions are connected to the El Nino. Hence, the phenomenon is referred to as ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillations. So, now we'll study the onset and withdrawal of the monsoon. The monsoon winds are pulsating in nature. They can cause uncertainties in many parts of India, such as floods and drought. At the time of arrival of monsoon, rainfall increases suddenly. It continues for several days. The phenomenon is called a burst of monsoon. It is different from pre-monsoon showers. Afterwards, it alternates with wet and dry spells which vary in intensity, frequency and duration. So students, that's all for today. In our next video, we will study about the seasons, the cold weather seasons, features of cold weather seasons, the hot weather season, features of hot weather season, temperature variation during hot weather, advancing monsoon, rainfall in Western Ghats and Deccan Plateau, distribution of rainfall, features of advancing monsoon, retreating or post-monsoon season. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.